Just let me know when you get a chance if you can hear me. And if everything is good, I'll give it a couple minutes. It always takes just a minute or so to kind of connect up. We got all kinds of fun we're going to talk about tonight. So let me just check back and see if you all can hear. Hello everyone, look at all over. We're from all over the place. Welcome, welcome everybody. I was in South Carolina this last week. Man, what a beautiful place. What a beautiful place. So I came back with I wanted to get they're called a Confederate hydrangea. I don't know if you all know what a Confederate hydrangea they are, what that is, but you got to look them up. You got to get one. So I bought I had a place in my yard that'd be perfect, and I bought a Confederate hydrangea. They're just beautiful. And what I decided is, you know, we have two choices we can surround our world with, good and bad or whatever. It's amazing when our world is surrounded with beauty. It was just gorgeous. The hotel we were at, they had these Confederate hydrangeas. Y'all got to look them up. That's my big takeaway from this week is Confederate hydrangea. Okay. All right. Well, welcome, welcome. We're glad to be here. I've got a little fun little lesson for you. It's a great time to do it, especially now because monochromatic dressing is so popular. So we're going to take a look at it and see what we can come up with. And I will follow your questions and see if, you have them all over. Well, you must live in the South because you have to be like zone 9 or less. Or zone 9 or greater. I can't remember, but they're so beautiful. And these ones at the hotel, I don't want to talk about these hydrangeas all night, but they were like 8 feet tall. They were just absolutely beautiful. They were very, very pretty. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. Tonight we're going to talk about monochromatic dressing. I want to teach you a little bit about monochromatic dressing, so hopefully you can make the most of it. And also keep in mind, monochromatic dressing, by definition, is when you're taking tones, textures of the same color. Tones, though, now keep in mind, it doesn't have to be exactly the same color. And I think that's where a lot of us make a mistake with monochromatic dressing, is we think it has to be exactly the same fabric, and it just doesn't have to be. And here I stand in fabric that's exactly the same top and bottom, but I'm going to show you some alternatives that I could move into and still have that same monochromatic dressing. So it's when we take the tones, the textures, and we blend them. They don't actually have to be the same color, but the same tone. So we're going to take a look at a lot of pictures. All right, and you're not going to see me because I'm going to put pictures up above the whole thing. Okay, so there's 5 categories that I'm going to talk about tonight. The first that are stylish right now, not just for summer, but they spill over into fall because this time of year, we're at the end of July, August. We're looking to still sew, but we're looking to be able to push it forward into August. And so all of these that I have for you, they're really an ability to do now and then to carry through, especially pastels. So these soft pastels, we've seen them all summer long. They are the pinks, the blue, the lavenders, and the greens. And what I want you to see is all of those soft pastels can be blended one with another. They don't have to just be worn by themselves or completely just alone. They can actually be blended, and it's really beautiful when they are blended, which is why I wanted you to see this picture. So you can go completely monochromatic, but I want you to also think about how important these pieces are once we mix and match them with other things. So the soft green, the soft pinks, the soft blues, the soft lavenders, they all can be combined beautifully. So I'm going to show you this next picture. Same thing. We can blend them with white. They work really well with white. And you really start to see where when we go deep into something like one color, because I'm going to give you 5 categories tonight, like the soft pastels, it really broadens our wardrobe. It allows us to do a whole bunch of stuff with our other pieces in our wardrobe. I don't want you to think it's just simply once we have that color, those have to be worn together. There's so many other things that we can put together with them. All right, so pastels is our first dressing category. pastels mixed and match, they go well with white, and they do lots of other things besides the white, okay? All right, so the next category that we're going to look at is the bolds. The bolds, and you can see there's oranges, there's blues, there's yellows, there's reds. Those are the really bold colors that have been popular for summer. They do go into fall, especially those oranges. The oranges and the blues are really strong. I want to show you, and keep in mind, now again, notice what they're doing in that center picture. They're taking one of the monochromatic pieces and they're pairing it then with their jeans or their whites with the other family members. So while we say monochromatic, and it can be worn as monochromatic, it certainly doesn't mean that that's all we can pair it with, if that makes sense. Did I go back to this one? Hold on, I think I missed this one. There we go. So there's monochromatic, the blues, and I'm going to actually go through fabrics tonight that you can do monochromatic that would work really, really well. The blues, notice they can be worn by themselves, they can be worn with the same color pants, but we can also switch them up and wear them with other things. So that's the most, I think one of the most important things. So some of the blues I have, I want to show you. I'm going to tell you some fabric numbers, or maybe I'm not because this doesn't have a fabric number on it. But anyway, this blue silk, this is perfect. It's new. So it's one of the fabrics that's toward the top of the fabrics page. It's 100% silk. It's Italian silk. But this blue would be perfect. And then to pair it with this little tiger thing, that would be monochromatic, because what you see is the tiger and then the blue of this color and how beautiful it looks together. I'm going to kind of drape it on there so that you can hopefully see that, especially when you cut out that bottom gray color, when you just blend that together. So you see that's a monochromatic. When you see all the tones and all these shades just blend together from top to bottom. So the tiger, that fabric is 8418, and then the blue silk is above that. You'll see that it's above that. All right, the other brights I wanted to show you is right at the top also. You'll see a beautiful red. It's a red double knit. And again, it's beautiful. All right, so I just wanted to give you kind of fabric we have in the categories we have that followed into each one of these segments. All right, so let's go to the next segment. There's 5 segments, like I said. Okay, so we have the bolds. We have the pastels. Now, these are the trends that are current right now. So see here you can see where you take a jacket of one. Now, I should tell you our 5 categories. Our 5 categories are the soft pastels, the bright and bold, classic black and white, earthy neutrals, and then whites. Now, so for instance, the reason I mentioned that is here on the left you see the whites. But you see we took one of these bold pieces and we paired it with these classic whites, so we still look like we have a monochromatic look even though we have that contrasting jacket. It's a beautiful way to wear these pieces so that you are giving a monochromatic impression, especially because your top and your bottom are the same color and you're looking much taller and much thinner, can I say? And yet you still got that bright and bold. Okay? All right, so I think sometimes this is best done 2 colors. I picked this up in pink because I thought this was such a great look. Especially notice even though the top is a contrast and it's a dark pink, that pink is just really, really pretty. And pink, I just can't tell you enough how it is all over the place. And I've got some pinks. I'm going to give some numbers to you. 8409, because they coordinate beautifully. 8409, 8410, I think it's 8408, 8397, and then also this snake, because the snake has this pink in it, this 8423. It would be a beautiful monochromatic look when you see, and this would actually go with the pinks or the whites. It would go either way. Those are the main colors. It has brown in it, but it's too jarring to go to the brown, but it would work well with the whites or the pinks. All right, so I know those colors are said fast, but I just want you to kind of see what that's like and what it looks like in real time. Because I always lose my place on these pictures, so I apologize if I go back. Green, again, green is a great color. It's those midtones. And you can see sometimes when we put something on, we feel like, oh, no, 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 no. It's like not okay. So that's why I kind of wanted you to see what it looks like. I think pictures are really good for that reason. I noticed the leg style has returned to slim. Slim is popular, but so is a wide leg. Both are out there. You're seeing both. We definitely are seeing a slim leg, but the wide leg is very, very popular, especially for fall, because what you're seeing is your boots, and your boots are, you can tuck a pant in with boots, but also a wider leg worn out with boots is such a nice look. So you're seeing both. But because everything was so wide for spring, they almost had to reintroduce this narrow leg. So see right there, this is a picture I picked up for fall. And look how wide the legs are. The legs are big, or they're small, and both are present, and you can kind of wear whichever you want. But mix up your wardrobe. There's a woman who came into the store a couple weeks ago, and she had this phenomenal pair of pants on, and we literally got down to details about why that pant was so fabulous, and she told me all the secrets. I'm going to share those secrets with you in a later on webcast, but they're great secrets. They're great secrets, and she was very kind to share them with me, so I can share them with all of you. Okay? Okay, here we see black and whites. I will forever be a black and white fiend. I absolutely love this black and white. Now keep in mind that when it's black and white, it's not considered monochromatic until you get to something like this. And now we really start to see that monochromatic, that black and white. It's just beautiful because those white accents do a beautiful job. Personally, I love the white, the solid white with that black belt. I think it just does a beautiful job. But also keep in mind again that I can mix and match those pieces. White tennis shoes, dark black tennis shoes. It doesn't make any difference. They all will do an excellent job. I wanted to show you some black and whites that we had that I thought were fantastic. This is I took my glasses off. I think it's 83.85. Look at this print. This is a black and white print. It would be beautiful top and bottom. It's New York. It's got New York all over it. And then we've got a couple more. There's a Pontaroma back there. But also I want to show you the green. This green is 8405, which would be great top and bottom. And then the piece that goes with it, love this as well. This is 8374. So I just wanted you to see that we have a large collection of what is out there here. Now sometimes because of the way I put them up, we don't know like what here matches, or what's at the top of the page that matches at the bottom of the page. And many of you are okay with asking me, but if you have any questions, just let me know. All right, and so let's go ahead and look at, that's the one we looked at. Okay, this next section now is earthy neutrals. And these earthy neutrals are really beautiful. And what they are is the beige, the taupes, the olive greens. And they're just, these are really a very modern minimalist, if you notice. And if you go back and count the numbers, they don't add up to 7 a lot of times on these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They stop short. They're usually around 6, which is okay. Just recognize that a minimalist will fall down in numbers closer to a 6 as opposed to a 7 or 8. So just kind of keep that in mind, depending on your personality and what you feel comfortable with. But it's a beautiful look. And again, remember, it's your olives, your beige, and your taupe. They're pretty. They're just really beautiful. Now pay attention to that jacket, because you're going to see that jacket with a completely different outfit. And there it is. And I love the way they've paired it. Completely different. With a dress, you can see that it takes on a whole different look. Still monochromatic, the tones, but again, take those pieces and go elsewhere with them. Don't just leave them in one, kind of in one fell swoop. And it's interesting because on the taupe side, the taupe and the olive green, someone was complaining to me the other day that we just don't get enough olive greens. Actually, we get them. They just go really super fast. So I do have some olive green coming in. I'll put it up when it comes in. Olive green is a great base color for so many different color tones that I'm always looking. Just know I'm always looking. I did want to show you when we talk about denim and when we try to go monochromatic. This is that 7 for All Mankind denim. It's a beautiful denim that we've got. And what will make a denim monochromatic isn't necessarily another denim, but it's this. This is a stretch silk, and it's 83.89, and this will make a denim, especially if it's in similar tones to the denim. I'm going to put those together so you can somewhat see them. Let's pull this out a little bit, and hopefully you can see that together. That will give you a monochromatic look with your denims. Is when you go a print that has lots of blues in it, it looks beautiful, and it blends really nicely. The one thing, though, that I have seen recently is I have seen denims starting to be worn together, denim top and denim bottom, and not even the same color, different color denims worn together. So I think that's kind of interesting. So earthy neutrals, the modern minimalist, a lot of times we'll catch that. That's the second one. And you can see they're just beautiful. Simple, clean lines. Very pretty. Okay, now we're going to go into the whites. And that white, I just think it's a beautiful way to do it. It's called elegant whites. Different fabrics, different textures. So I want to play with this for just a little bit because I want to show you this fabric that we have. And this is fabric, so you can look along with me, 8343. So the fabric I have on is 8342. It's 100% linen, 8342. And I did top and bottom out of the same thing. I love silver coordinating, so I blended mine with silver. 8342 is what I have on. So when I started thinking, I was out of town. I saw a lady dressed head to toe in a white linen. We were just out walking the streets. It was beautiful. I mean, it was beautiful weather. It was just perfect. Anyway, we're out walking along, and I saw this lady wearing white on top, white on bottom, and I was mesmerized by it. I just thought it was so pretty. So I decided I wanted a white on white. However, in the process, and in thinking about, okay, what else could I do with it? This is fabric 8343, and this would be beautiful to do with my white. It's a little bit of an eggshell, but I've seen eggshell with white. If I wanted to do another top, just something loose over a little knit tank with the same pants. Or this is 8337, and this is an embroidered linen, and it would be beautiful as well. So that would give me a little different tone and a little different texture, and I think a little more interest. Even though I went the same top to bottom on this, I think it would give me a little more interest. And let me just look and see what you all are saying over here. Oh, hold on. The new patterns are great. Okay, wait. Okay, hang on, and we can talk about the new patterns just 1 second. I just have a couple more pictures, and then we'll shift off to whatever y'all want to talk about. Okay, elegant white is where we are at. I just have a couple more that I want to show you because you can see, you can pair it with, you can see especially when it's paired with, it's kind of like a cognac color. It's just beautiful. It's just simply stunning. I think even better than black. That cognac is just beautifully done. All right, and this last one, I just love this. Looks a little bit pajama-ish though, so be careful that when you're doing monochromatic, I think it's important to have fit. I think it's very important to have fit. Otherwise, it does have a tendency to look a little pajama-ish. I've seen many, Lafayette 148 has done a lot of tops and bottoms, the same, silk, they're beautiful. But if you're not careful, they have a little bit of a tendency to look like pajamas, which is why I wanted to show you that. Okay, so having said that, let me go back to the chat, and let me see what y'all are chatting about. Okay, oh, the new patterns, thank you, Anne. Yes, yes, yes. Yes, so you guys, so there's a little bit going on behind the scenes more than what we can handle. I don't know how else to say that. It's all good. It's all good. So we had to get the new patterns up because we have to get them shipped because we have, yada yada. So we put them up, even though the webcast for the new patterns won't be till next Tuesday. I know we said we were going to have a sew-along, so we're going to have to push that back to the following Tuesday. So that's kind of the schedule for the next little while. I had wanted to do this because there was this monochromatic dressing I felt was really important. It's incredible for summer. You've got and into September, absolutely. We've got a couple months of doing this, and I really wanted to take advantage of it. So what we're going to do is the pre-sale started today on the patterns. It will go for 10 days. It'll go a week from Friday. Next Tuesday night, we'll do the fall forecast. So next Tuesday night will be the fall forecast. You won't miss anything at all. That cowl neck, and also this time of year, because we're making the patterns, we're not making them, they're made, but we are grading and digitizing the patterns. And so when I do that and I give them to my pattern grader, he has to have a pattern that goes with, the pattern. I know that sounds weird. Actually, I didn't realize this was sitting here. This was my mock-up. I'm going to show you this. This is actually the cowl neck. And I know it looks really weird, but what happens is you sew this together, you fold it. So what happens is the cowl comes out of the shoulder. It's hidden underneath the shoulder. It's so cool. I mean, I'll show it to you, but I'm going to make a really good sample, no print, a lightweight, so that you can really see it well, and I'll possibly wear it. But it is a stunning cowl blouse. I mean, like, I was knocked off my seat. You all know that when I get that. What pattern is the sew-along? The sew-along is 1952. It's the jacket, the new jacket that we have. We won't do the whole thing, but we'll do enough parts and pieces to where you'll get it. Have you got a winner for the Silhouette U gift certificate? The Silhouette U. Oh, no. Let me write that down. No, I forgot to do that, you guys. Okay, can we announce it next? Can we announce that next Tuesday? I'll write it down, promise. Next Tuesday when we do the fall forecast, I'll make sure we have that winner. Oh, that's my bad, you guys. I forgot it. We have a bias ruler. Does that make up for it? This is such a cool ruler, you guys, because so many people kept asking me how do they make bias trim, and I kept explaining, and finally somebody showed me this, sent me a link, and I thought, okay, this is brilliant. So that's what we did. We did the bias ruler. The bias ruler is fabulous. Okay, about why Talbot's has an off-white jean jacket with matte gold buttons that is really cute. We're not, so everybody can look at it. Have you, okay. Peggy, are joggers with elastic at the ankle still in style? Yeah, they absolutely are in style. What did we do? The pant I have on. This is the pull-on cargo pant. It actually had the elastic at the bottom. I mean, that's just, these pants are still in the store. I think they're Banana Republic. I can't remember who they are. But anyway, yes. But, that's the reason being is because that whole era, tennis shoes, and what was really popular with tennis shoes is pants that had elastic at the waist. So that jogger style, that whole thing, is really popular. Do them if you love them, but don't do them if you don't love them, because they don't love you. They're not, how do I say this? They're not, I don't know. They're not the best look. That's all. They're just not the best look. If you love them, do them. But if you don't love them, don't do them just because you think they're good. Okay. Okay. So, need to know about bias. Ask a quilter. That's true. That is really true because every quilt has to have the bias binding. That's a really good point. Okay, so our 5 categories are soft pastels, bright and bold, classic black and white, earthy neutrals, and elegant whites. Those are the best way to do monochromatic. Make it a habit, you guys, of when you're buying fabric, maybe just buy a little extra to do the tank. And then, like this shirt I have on, this 615 Kathy's blouse, it took me a yard of fabric. It just hardly took anything at all. It doesn't mean I have to wear it every time I wear the white pants. I can switch it around. But those pieces really go back to that whole capsule wardrobe idea. to where I think you'll see that you have many more options when you go to choose fabrics. Yes, yes, you guys know all this stuff. All right, any other questions I can answer you? I'm going to give you kind of a little calendar of the next few weeks because it's crazy busy. So Thursday is our Q&As. Q&As were supposed to be last week. I know, and I was out of town. So Q&As are this Thursday. Next Tuesday is the fall forecast. The following Tuesday is our sew along, and there's a Peggy giveaway going on right now. So that will end after the sew along. I think it runs for 2 or 3 weeks. That's still our fundraiser. We're doing really good on our fundraiser. I have to tell you all, we're doing really good. Do we need more? Yes, we do. But I really appreciate all of those who bought rulers. You know, we put this on the Fit to Stitch site so that we could, you know, give all that money to PBS. So it's super helpful. We really, really appreciate your help. It's really made a big difference. Okay, so you guys got it all? I don't know what time it is. Oh, it's just 8:30. Okay, we're doing good. All right, so the goal is to just give you an idea as to what fabrics we have, what you should be sewing, what's current, what's fresh, and we can go sew. Is that a deal? Okay. If you guys are good, I'm good. We'll see you Thursday night. If you have any questions, send them to me. Just so that you know, some of you, I forget to tell you this, that for those of you who send in questions, I don't answer them. I put them into my Q&A file, and then I answer them every other Thursday night. Because some people, they send me the question like 5 times. They think I'm ignoring them. I'm not ignoring you. I'm just putting it into a file. Okay. All right, you guys. All right, you're the best. Y'all know I love you. Surround yourself with beauty. Look at anything, plant a flower, it's amazing. Surround yourself with beauty. They make you happy. It's just amazing. All right, love you all. Bye.